What's poppin'?
Yo,
Yo,
what's up, man?
chilling, hanging out, relaxing, doing things I like to do. Property buying.
Welcome to Property Bonics. It's
You know
Kirk
what
and
it
Allen here in
is.
the building.
Yeah, yeah. What building are you in right now?
I don't even know the name of it.
Are you like at a house? Are you at a hotel? Are you at a bungalow? What are you doing?
I'm around the buildings where the buildings
Uh,
be building at.
you're building adjacent.
Build, I wouldn't say adjacent. Yeah, I would say building adjacent.
Huh.
Yeah,
There's a lot of mysteries to where you're at right now.
yeah, things is crazy.
It's very mystique.
Where you at? You dog sitting right now? What you doing, man?
No, I'm in home base. I'm in home base right now. Came back. I was in home base for a while, but I'm home base now, chilling in the living room. Whenever you see this in the background, it means I'm home base. So yeah, I'm chilling. Got the Wawa going. Saturday, the sun's out. I almost wore a tank top. I almost did that.
It's not even hot enough. It's been like that. It's been like a very cool summer so far.
I don't know, man. I've been hot. Today was hot. Like I had to get up and turn the air conditioner on just now. Your boy was feeling it.
The air conditioner be on a little bit, but yeah, it's only 80 degrees. It'd be 80. Yeah, yeah, like 70. It's like 73 right now.
Mm, I
And
don't.
I, and I feel like it because I've been talking to my kids about this. Like, yo, it's not even like they want to go like to the water, to the beach or something. Like, it ain't even beach weather.
Uh,
Because right now, like the closer you get to the water, the cooler it's going to be. So it's probably like 70 by the beach right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
you said
um,
nah.
it ain't summer like it's supposed to yet.
Would you told them like no? Instead, we're gonna hang out in Lancaster, right
Yeah,
in
it has.
Bethlehem.
I was like, we're gonna sit in the crib. So this is what you do. This is the kind of games you do as a parent to save money. You like you gotta make up other excuses. You like it's like yo, you just like yo, we can't go to the beach because the weather not nice. Really, I just can't afford it.
It's- yeah. What was the? I remember one time we were supposed to go to Sesame Street, like the amusement park in I think in Berks County. We were living in New York at the time. We were supposed to go to Sesame Place, and
Yes.
then the day of, my mom said that she got a dream that her great grandmother told her not to go to Sesame Place, and we didn't go. And I remember thinking like, oh, that's kind of wild that Auntie Boots spoke to her in the dream and all that. But then now I'm realizing like she may have just not felt like going to Sesame Place and just
Yeah,
came up with this elaborate like generational lucid dream that was told not to do it.
yeah. That aunt even isn't even dead. She just moved away. You know, she just was like,
It's no, I was at her funeral. It was the first funeral I went to. Chill, chill, chill. it's,
condolences, my condolences.
it's Yeah, man. Well, I hope your kids find something to do inside and all that. There's some non-expensive things. Maybe they stream a movie. Maybe they listen to an episode of Proper Bonics. They have options. They have options.
Grandparents. Grandparents are the key.
Mm.
Like dishing them off, like passing the rock. Like, oh, assist. Got them. You know what I mean? So they with their grandparents right now. You know what I mean? So
Damn. So you're single juicing right now.
yeah, man, you already know. Like I'm in the comedy streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Brooklyn right now. And
Mm.
so I wanted to attend the Black Women in Comedy Festival.
Ooh.
It's lit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the title alone, just black women in comedy. They got all different kinds of black women, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them, you know what I'm saying? From
Was Medea there?
oh no, she's a man.
Okay, just checking. It's
Well, she's actually a man who just bought BET.
it's just bought. I thought Tyler Perry had BET for like years now.
No, no.
Like just
That's
bought.
like recently. Yeah, Tyler Perry owned
I feel like he's been in talks for a while, but officially Tyler Perry, aka Medea, owns BET.
and VH1.
That makes sense. It's wild, like the celebrities that own random like things. Like I think Travis Smiley owns like a good portion of the Weather Channel.
Is it? No, it's what's his
Oh,
name?
is Baldy? He's
Byron Island.
the guy who had the comedy show that would had like comics on. That's what it was. What
It's
is Travis
Byron
Smiley?
Allen.
Yeah, what is
Byron
he on,
Allen.
man? I feel like Travis Smiley has something. Maybe Pampers. Either way, it's random like how people own like different things.
Shaq. You gotta look up Shaq's resume. Shaq got like he's like part on like Papa John's,
Yeah, just a random one.
Dunkin' Donuts, like a bunch of random things. I think you gotta just look it up.
Icy
It's like
hot. The
yeah,
he's a ambassador for like a bunch of the different insurances as well. He's been doing this thing for like since like the early 2000s.
yeah. So look, producer Pat, he's a part-time DJ.
I believe that.
We all know that he's a sheriff. What's
It's
his name? Who had the joke? Who had that joke? And it was like, Shaq, you can't. Was it Cat Williams?
Cat
And he
Williams or
was like,
Kevin Hart.
was it Kevin Hart? Who? And it was like, how's Shaq gonna be an undercover cop? Like,
We know it's you, Chuck.
like Shaq, we know it's you.
it's,
I forget which one of them short dudes said it. I forget.
it's uh, mixing them up. How was the festival?
Oh, it was good. It was cool, man. It's still going on. So I think it's like 5 or 6 days.
Mm.
Shows all out New York. Yeah, I mean everywhere. Like I said, black women of all different kinds of comedy backgrounds. It was dope. I went to the show last night, man. It was a good show. I mean, it was crowded. It was at Young Ethel's. I mean,
Mm.
it was lit. I mean, so I just wanted to support that. You know what I mean? Like, I think we should definitely support that. I mean, like black men in comedy. Like, it's
Mm.
definitely if you got time, if you're free, if you're around, how about to support the sisters? You know what I mean?
As a most definitely agree. And as an overeager comic, someone who wants to get stage time, do you try to get stage time at the All Women Festival? Do you try to
No,
pop like a nice 5 minute set in?
no. But listen, all right, look, you already know I want to do comedy. I want to get on. But I was like, nope, I'm not going. Like, you
Mm.
can't on that. I'm not a woman. I'm gonna be performing in a woman festival.
To be like, yeah, producer Pat mentioned like, hey, can I like MC? Can I host? It's
I hate when I see people put together shows with all women and then keep the male host. I hate that. It's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like if you're gonna do an all woman show, exclude yourself from it. Just really have an all woman show. It's like it's giving pimp. You know what I mean? I just don't like.
yeah, that's not a great look right there. That's I'm
it.
I'm glad that you got an opportunity to do it. I know originally we were supposed to be on a show together in Philadelphia, and then got canceled last minute.
Oh, you was on there?
Yeah, I was supposed to. I jumped on as a guest spot last week. Tyler reached out to me, and I saw the post. So I was like, "Oh, nice!" It was like a cool lineup. I saw you're on it, and then I posted it yesterday. Like, come through, guest slot. You know what it is. And Tyler responded, "That's not what it is. I forgot to message you. The show got canceled, so I deleted that and found a guest spot elsewhere. But it's good that you had an opportunity to check out a different place.
Yeah, man. I did want to do that show. I got this white stuff on my shirt. This shirt from yesterday.
The
Yeah,
implications.
I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably eating something. I don't know. Whatever. It's a shirt from yesterday. This is how we get down. Um, this is being a lot honest. But
You can
yeah,
tell.
I really was looking forward to that show.
It was a
I
cool
was
lineup.
I was ready to murder that joint. Like,
Mm. Have you ever
uh,
been to that venue before?
no.
They get like apparently they've been getting like a good amount of shows. I was on their page. I was like, oh wow, they like book regularly.
So City Wine, I've been to City Winery here in New York, but I've never been to the one in Philly. Like
Yeah.
City Winery got chains all across the country. You know what I mean? Like Boston, Chicago, LA. There's city wineries everywhere.
Mm.
They do they do like big shows. You know what I mean? Like they be putting on some things. So I was looking forward to it, man. They got the big room and a small room. I'm pretty sure our show's gonna be in a small room. Like I literally, no lie, I was on Facebook typing the promotion.
Yeah.
You know, we got action. I was typing it. Tyler messaged me. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Dang. So,
So
you
when did
know,
he message you? 'Cause he messaged me kind of close to the line.
Wednesday.
Damn, Tyler, what's up?
He probably forgot he was on it.
He asked me like a week ago, I guess, and it was for a guest spot. But then like, I get he just know like, oh yeah, my bad, and then all that stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool to do that eventually. It looks like a cool venue overall. It'd been nice, but it's also cool just to find other things to do. It looks like we were both able to preoccupy ourselves.
Definitely. So like when that opened up, like I immediately started looking. I was like, all right, what's the move? You know what I mean? I'm trying. You already know I'm trying to get on.
Mm,
But then I seen this. I was like, all right, and I get to highlight the homies who I ain't seen in a minute. You know what I mean, a couple people. So I was like, I'm gonna go do this. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Definitely gonna be on something tonight though.
I feel like we both had a little bit of an adventure. P had a bit of a venture again. I feel like this is maybe the second or third time this happened where we've both been on a trip at the same time.
Where'd I go? I don't go anywhere.
Were you
I've been.
not on the West Coast recently?
I was in West like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh, I feel like I saw those you at like the what's it, the Laugh Factory or
Hey, I posted from Laugh Factory 2 or 3 days ago, but that was from last time.
oh
I just found those pictures.
oh I'm getting tripped up by the way of the internet works. I'm thinking, oh, he posts this here, he must be there right now. That's
It's the same outfit. It's the same everything. Like you think I went to Laugh Factory 2 times with the same thing on?
your line of thought was like, well, it worked the first time. Uh,
Hey, who get this bum out of here?
I do have some lucky outfits. Like not even lucky outfits, but like outfits where it's like, okay, when I wear this outfit, it tends to go well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I wouldn't
I,
completely put it past you.
I feel you, but no, I wasn't out there. But please tell me about your trip because it looks good. I like the pictures.
Yeah, your boy was in San Francisco. Pat, if you could play the national anthem for San Francisco, they have a song out there.
San Francisco. Sorry.
That may be it. I thought it was just the theme song for Full House, but yeah, that could be it too. That's yeah, man. I was out there from last Wednesday to Tuesday, longest vacation I've taken. Uh, so that's like 6 days. So not crazy long, but like in terms of like adult life, usually I go for like 4 days at most five. And by the fifth day, it's like, oh, because there's an airplane issue, so I can't get back home. But this is like I made a choice, stay out there for 6 days, and it was wavy, man. It was cool. It's I've been on the West Coast a few different times now, 3 times, and I want to put this up there with like one of the cooler spots of like combination of city, combination of the woods. It was good.
Is there a beach there?
There is, and your boy went on it. I'm shirtless. There's they have a bunch of different ones, but I went to Stinson Beach, in like I believe it's in Monterey County.
Okay.
On the last day there, it was a whole thing because there's like a part of the Golden Gate Bridge. It connects like the city of San Francisco to like this county where there's like little reception. It's all nature. So that's the perfect thing about it. Like you go on the south side of the bridge, it's city life. North side, all just nature there.
I
Uh,
always thought it connected San Francisco and Oakland.
it could take you to Oakland. Yeah, so like it connect you. You had to cross the bridge to get to San Francisco, one side of San Francisco over to Oakland. But it's also a part of San Francisco where it's all just nature there. I didn't get to check out Oakland, but I got to meet a lot of Oakland people. A lot of the Lyft drivers, they're like, I'm not driving Oakland. So they would just come to San Francisco and pick me up. Yeah, it was solid, man. Did the beach out there. It's wild when you go into a section with like no reception at all. Like there's this place there called Muir Woods. Shout out to them. Large trees. It was very cool. Where you had to like organize a lift or shuttle prior because once you go down there, there's nothing. Like you can't get any reception at
Oh
all.
wow.
Yeah, like they have one landline phone for like emergencies at the actual woods there, but you can't. It's a whole thing you got to set up. And no joke, our cab driver, because we ordered actual cab to pick us up, scheduled pickup. There was a little bit of a moment while in the car where I thought I may get taken. I may get taken.
Wait,
He was being a little goofy.
what happened?
At first, he was like, "Oh wow," he's like, "Well, I'm gonna take my best guess because I don't really know where I'm going." It's like, I thought we ordered the thing for you to do this, and then he was being very neurotic. Which shout out to him. He ended up being a nice guy, but he was being very neurotic, very doubting himself, making a negative self talk, saying it out loud. And I thought, wow, if you're wanted to get away with something, you could just create a cab service and then have it be serving areas where there's no cell phone reception, and the riders would have no idea exactly how to navigate it because they don't know the area either. I was a little shook for a little bit.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, yeah. My dip, Lisa, she was like, I sense no sort of like crazy vibes from the person, but like for a good like 15 minutes, I was like, I don't know. I've had that a few different times where I'm like, I don't know. My instinct is kind of kicking in a weird way, which it's a weird thing to say, not trust your instinct, but it was
So
wild.
you're just being a punk because she was fine. She was fine. She was like, Kirk, what are you doing? This is okay.
Uh, it's in some ways, sure. Yes. No, man, the driver like remind her of like her uncle or something like that. So she had that part of it where it's like it was able to help in her advantage. I was like, I don't know, this is a different type of neurotic that I'm not as familiar with. But he ended up being cool. Ended up being just a guy that had some self doubts, but he got us from point A to point B, so it worked out.
Yeah, I'm glad you're safe and I'm glad you had someone there with some courage. So you can make it through.
Man, I showed courage in other ways.
Oh man, that's so good, man. So you did San Fran, you did San Diego. And what was the third trip?
Las Vegas, yeah, that was which technically not California, but out on the West Coast, which that was cool as well. San Francisco though, that was the spot. I forgot. Have you been there or no?
No, I've only ever been to like LA. I've never been to anywhere else until I went on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, oh man, that's we we had a friend that came out from LA, and they
Hmm.
were telling us about LA stuff. But we mainly just kicked it in San Francisco. Walked the Golden Gate Bridge. Do you know how long the Golden Gate Bridge is? This is a little fun fact for PE listeners.
3.8 miles.
That's a long bridge. No, it's funny because I thought it was going to be something crazy long too. No, it's only like a mile point one. But when you're walking it, it's like you're halfway through. You're like, oh wow, this is lengthy. This this
Then
is
you had to walk back.
no. So we took an Uber back. Yeah, it was yeah, we took an Uber back. They I don't know if you ever saw this, but like that bridge, it's notorious for people jumping off of the bridge. Like they have a whole documentary on it called The Bridge, and it's literally people talking about how they jumped off and how they immediately, once they jumped, they're like, "Why did I do this?" Those are the survivors. Um,
Wait, there's survivors?
yeah, because it's some people they land in a way that they survive because it's not crazy far of a drop. I think it's like 200 feet, maybe more actually. But there's a lot of people that have survived it. Yeah, producer Pat he notes that he saw it. And then they all have that in common where they're like immediately they're like, I wish I did not do this.
Yeah.
Uh, so now on the Golden Gate Bridge, they have nets there. So like you have to jump super far over the net to get it. Which I was trying to range it. I was like, I don't think anyone could actually jump that. It was a very morbid game. We were trying to judge like, can you clear that net?
That's funny. I want to watch this doc. I feel like I've heard about this. I want to watch it though, to survive. Because at first when you said people had second thoughts after they jumped, I'm like, how they know? They went to the afterlife and asked them.
Yeah,
So
man.
what was the comedy scene like?
Mm. So not great reportings. Your boy did not do comedy out there.
God damn it, 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days out there, man. Truthfully, it was kind of nice to not have to like to not really like worry or navigate comedy stuff. There was a mishaps with one of the shows, which I had messaged both you and Pat about, where that Saturday show turns out wasn't happening. Um, I ended up. I think we're going to touch on this topic too. The booker reached out to them and didn't really get anything back. Reached out to the show first, reached out to the booker, didn't get anything back, then reached out again, and then they noted like, "Oh, hey, sorry about that. The show is not happening." So I was like, "All right." Honestly, it was kind of nice because we had such like an action packed like agenda too.
Yeah.
It was like, ah, it would have been cool, but did not do the comedy thing out there.
It gives you time. Sometimes you need that break from that hustle and bustle of trying to get on in another city. That's good, but it's good though that also I think maybe they weren't responding to you because there wasn't a show. You know, so that,
Yeah, that was a part of it. Yeah, sure. That's but yeah, here it's good. Like I know like in Oakland, probably there's a bit more going on versus like the actual like city of San Francisco.
mm.
Um, yeah, it would have been cool. It's not the first time gone out West Coast and didn't do the stage. San Diego, I did go up there, but yeah, I was chilling, man.
All right, that's good. Okay, okay, but it's good. It's good that that they got back to you. But that's what I wanted to talk about too. Because I don't know if you've seen this. but I will be headlining at Soul Joe's Comedy Club
Did see this.
Outdoor Dome Saturday, September 2nd.
Bang bang.
Everyone listening have to be there. This will be the best. It's gonna be the best comedy hour I've ever given. I'm telling you.
Dang.
Oh, I'm excited. Very
This
excited.
is September, say it again, second or
Second,
third?
September 2nd,
Second. Soul
Saturday.
Joel's.
It's the last weekend that they'll be doing shows at the Dome until it goes to the inside.
Mm.
Going out with a bang. It's gonna be crazy. But after posting that and also talking to other comedians, there's this thing that goes on, and I've done it, and I'm embarrassed,
Mm.
where comedians will hit you up to get on to get. It's not like hitting you up to get on a show that you produce. It's not like a weekly or monthly show. I'm talking about like when you have a headlining date, someone hitting you up to open for you.
Right.
I never realized. I don't think I've ever realized how dumb it is for people to email a headliner that they've never worked with
Right.
or have ever met or or anything like that. So something I've been talking to my homie about is like people will reach out like, yo, hey, this is who I am. I know we never met. I don't know if you have a feature or not. And it's like if a comedian is headlining a club, they definitely have 100 features before someone they put up that they don't know.
Right.
I think that comedians need to go and ask for guest spots, go and ask for hosting gigs, or just, okay, can I come hang out? And I've done this, and I feel disgusting. I feel nasty. Like it makes me cringe. Right? Like, hey, my name's Alan. I've done these things. I know we don't know each other. Can I feature? Like, who am I?
So you've asked for feature spots in the past, not necessarily guest spots or hosting.
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. I know I've asked for spots. I don't know if I've asked for straight up feature spots. That's bold. That's brazen.
Yeah. That's
But I've
like
seen
a big portion of the show right there.
for someone that I don't know. But it's not just me. Like this, I was talking to my homie about this. He was telling me, and then once I put my thing out, it started happening to me too. I was like, I don't even know you, bro. Like, I give you a guest spot, maybe,
Right.
but to ask the
And
feature, I think is ridiculous.
that's also like it's not necessarily a show that you're putting together. It's a show that they reached out to you to headline where there's only so much real say that you have. Like you're not producing the full lineup.
Most of the time, when you're headlining, you can say who features.
Mm.
Like, I can't see a club booking somebody to headline and be like, no, you can't
Uh,
choose to open. No, the headliner gets the. I think the headliner can pick the whole lineup if they want to.
really? Huh.
And most, yeah, if they want to, they can. Yeah, there's plenty of, like Lunel. Lunel, for instance. Lunel ain't letting random dudes and people open up. She be traveling with one comedian. You open up, you do 25, 30, and then bring me up.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
what
Ain't no other random local dudes opening up, local women opening up. Like,
I,
no, it's just no.
that's the people reaching out. They have this insight. They're like, oh, Alan has his ball. He'll be able to put anyone on the feature.
I think we are. We should. You should. That's that. Yeah. Yes. But it's not even just me. Even before I posted my thing, I was talking to my homie about this because he got a drawing coming up. You know what I mean? And it's just like have some decorum. You know, like
Nice.
I mean, it's just like you. It's just it's very weird. Any comedian listening to this, never do that. Somebody you don't know, do not ask to feature for that. That's insane.
Mm.
Guest spots is where that I'm trying to get a guest spot. That's what you can do. Host maybe.
Mm. What would you say, like now in this position, and you've been in this position before, but like particularly with this one, what's the best way to go about? Like someone reached out to you that you haven't met before. How do you filter that out? Like if you ever want to determine, like, oh, maybe this would be a good guest spot. Do you look at their tape? Do you think like, oh, this would be a good extra lineup, or do you strictly go with people that you've worked with in the past?
People I've worked with in the past.
Mm.
Unless I got when I'll get to a point. I'll speak this. I'll get to a point where I'm going to cities I don't know people at, and I'll make. But even then, no, I would know someone that can recommend something. Like I just can't foresee me just like opening mail, opening messages,
You got your letter opener.
opening some snail mail.
Who's Kyle Neff?
I gotta
Shouts
watch this VHS now. Count.
well,
Shout to Conor.
yeah.
I talked to Kyle the other day. He said that he listened to the last episode, and he heard us say his name.
I hope it was one of the good shout outs. I feel like.
They're always good.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah, but no, what you should do is you should ask for a guest spot. And I'm not putting nobody. I'm cool. I'm not at the point where I'm doing shows in places I don't know people.
Mm,
Like if I'm going to somewhere, I'm doing a show and I'm headlining the show, I'm reaching out to my folks before anything. And
yeah.
if they're not available, they're going to recommend somebody. Like
Yeah.
that's how it'll go.
Yeah. A lot of times it seems like the venues, particularly when it comes to like hosting, like if like someone's coming into an unfamiliar territory, they'll use one of their local people and they'll run it by the headliner. Like there's some times where I've had to like send tapes over to the headliner people from the venue, and then they send it over, and then if it gets approved, then that's from hosting from there. So
Mm-hmm.
that seems to be like a cool move, like kind of integrate some of the local people into your sets if you're from out of town.
Yeah, so most headliners they'll have their feature with them, traveling with their feature, and then just let the local host do his thing. Or
Mm.
I keep saying him, they let them do their thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
You got to
so,
correct that, man. After
yeah.
last night's festival, you're breaking them off with he's. Come on, man.
You know, it's funny because the show I went to last night was I guess a queer show.
Yeah.
I know that because they kept saying it. The host kept saying this is a queer show. So at my next show, I'm like, this is a straight and queer show. It's a straight.
This is a very inclusive show. Everyone is here.
This is a show for everyone because we must make that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being an asshole. I'm being an asshole. But producer Pat said, Alan, do you mind if I co-headline?
That's
even that's not that bad because I know you.
That's wild, man. You mentioned ideas of like assholes, and there may be some talks about some assholery going on right now, and I don't know if you saw this at all, man. Have you heard the latest news with MMA fighter Conor McGregor?
I've seen what happened. I wouldn't even call it the latest news. I've seen what happened.
Well, there's been a few incidents that's happened with him, and I do the preface as MMA fighter, but I should also note proper number 12 seller, Conor McGregor. He has a whiskey. So two different things. One, I guess the game 4 of was it the Miami Heat versus I think the Nuggets. I don't know. I think that may be right though. It was right, solid. He was there. He was promoting his whiskey, and then did like kind of a sketch with the mascot. You know, they do little playful things, and he was supposed to punch the mascot, and he actually did. He did punch the mascot, and the mascot had to go to the ER to mascot ER for this one. So there, I don't know if charges are pending or anything like that, but that was kind of a wild thing. But not the wildest thing.
I don't think that's news, really. You know what I mean? I don't think that's he's doing a skit with the mascot.
Yeah, that's at the same time too. It's like if you're asking an MMA fighter to do that, it's like, all right,
he punched a mascot. Okay, it sounds like that's what you want him to do, right? I don't know.
Apparently, he went hard. Apparently, he went much harder than it needed to be. Like the mascot actually had to like get checked out. But yeah, it seems like all is good on that end. But it wasn't the craziest thing that happened there. So apparently, news broke, I want to say like 2 days ago, that during that game that one of the guests for the games came out and has alleged that Conor McGregor has sexually assaulted her in a men's bathroom. And
that's news.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this one?
That's news. That's news.
Yeah, there's like a tape on it and everything. So like there's video footage of him and his security guards, and then him calling the woman and her friend over, and then kind of like just kind of walking them towards the bathroom. So it wasn't anything crazy in the video like that. But that was in kind of with his huge fight on the horizon. He's currently on the Ultimate Fighter. That's it's not the greatest, got not the greatest look right now. And that's currently what people are talking about.
Listen, I don't. Yeah, Pat said he's married. Nobody cares about that, Pat. He doesn't care about being married. I don't know. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. What's
It's
he? What's he charged with?
so nothing, no charges yet, but like the allegations are saying that he tried to sodomize and force her to not leave the bathroom stall. That security guards kind of barricaded the section, and then once she was able to leave, one note was that he was behind her, and then she elbowed him a bunch, which I was like, oh, that's wild. So she was throwing elbows, got out, and then the allegedly, according to the statement, is that they tried to hold her purse for ransom, pretty much, so that she couldn't leave, and then eventually she was able to get the purse. So yeah, that's it was a wild day for Conor McGregor.
You're gonna have to lock him up, and man, lock the security guards up too.
Mm,
They sitting here. That's kidnapping. When somebody wants to leave and you don't let them, it's kidnapping.
yeah, it's not great.
Lock
Let's
him up. You gotta lock him up.
now. I'm curious with this one now. So with the allegations have been made, and there's tape going around of just like a brief interaction of them prior. Um, in that tape, they cover the person's face, the woman's face. Conor McGregor is out, and they've noted him by name. Um, is this one of those things where do we make this a public thing until he is proven guilty? Because like just the allegation itself, if it turns out not to be the case, I'm not advocating it is or isn't, but to say go out and say the person did this, and kind of make a public accusation from the news, not necessarily the people making it, is that irresponsible?
That's the world we live in. Unfortunately, you
Hmm.
are you are guilty until proven innocent. Should be the other way around, but it's not. That's the world we live in. Um, I don't know what to do about that. Like, if someone comes on here and say that Kirk sexually assaulted them,
What?
if
That's a hard
someone came,
sentence.
if look, I'm saying, if someone said that you sexually assaulted them,
Hmm.
no matter if it's completely false,
Which it is. I want to go out there and say that now. It is false.
okay, so we hear you. But if it wasn't false, right? There's going to be people's minds that for the rest of their lives,
Yeah.
you did that. You did that. They don't care. That's just the way it works, bro. Like nothing you can do about that. So you kind of really just gotta like not care what people think and just be your best self because people are gonna have things in it. Yeah, like unfortunately, if somebody accuses you, you will be guilty in people's minds no matter what.
Yeah, it definitely that's something that stands out. You could have like lifetime achievement awards. You could be voted best dressed in high school. There could be so many different things, but something like an allegation like that associated with your name, it's going to be one of the first things that come up. You're going to have a whole Wikipedia page section dedicated to just that, despite anything that you've done, um, whether innocent or not,
Yeah,
which is kind of wild. And not to say that like, oh, this I'm not trying to sound like, oh, Conor McGregor, how dare they make these allegations? I have no clue as to what actually happened. I just found that point of it to be interesting.
yeah. Producer Pat said this not McGregor's first
It's
accusation. Like
not.
this is not. Yeah, bro. Somebody needs to lock him on up, sit him on down somewhere.
Yeah, he's been kind of wild in the streets for a while now. So that's when it's like multiple ones.
Yeah,
It's like, that's not great. That's it's not like a whole bunch of people are conspiring at that point internationally.
yeah.
Um,
Where's he from? Is he from Canada? Where's he from?
Ireland.
Oh, I'm sure he was from Canada.
You want to deport Conor McGregor.
Send him back. Tory Lane's him. Tory Lane's him.
Did Tory Lanez get deported?
He should. He definitely
Oh,
should. I mean, he came over here. He came over here and shot somebody. I don't think
uh,
you should probably get. You should, I don't know. Go to jail. I don't know whatever's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. To him, but we don't want to. There was speaking of Canada. They had the smoke camel, the fires
oh my
from the
gosh.
from the trees, bro. I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was fires in Quebec until I seen the smoke with my own eyes.
So you were in Pennsylvania or New York when this is happening?
Both. So I was literally
Uh,
like in both places. And one day it was like I recorded the sun, like
uh,
sunrise, and the sun was beautiful. I've never seen the sun like this before. And then I realized like, oh, it's because it wasn't because I had never had seen like this before. It was smoke, and it was just like in the distance. It was like it was strange. You know what I mean?
it looked it was from so I missed this completely.
Oh, you
Like by
weren't
the time,
here.
yeah, by the time I like my flight landed and then I saw television in San Francisco talking about how the sky is orange. And then I saw like photos of it and I was like looking at my family group chat and I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is nuts. It's such a shame that I can't experience this at all. And yeah, apparently like everything just looked very dystopian. Just orange world, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut probably got some Jersey. They're saying that people had to walk around N95s. Um,
Yeah,
what was your experience with it? Like, did you have to like cover up while walking? Did you feel anything in your lungs?
it definitely smelled like smoke outside.
Oh,
Smelled like there was a fire. Um, Me and my daughter were supposed to go to the baseball game, but we ended up not going that day because they was like, if you don't go outside, and we
yeah.
don't have to. And then my daughter got asthma, so I was like, I'm definitely not going to sit at a baseball game. But then the baseball game ended up getting canceled,
Yeah.
so it was like, yeah, no, it was, stayed inside. I feel like I might have walked to the store more than I should have. I got like a headache, but I wasn't sure if I was just hungry or it was just I wasn't sure. But yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. It was kind of cool. Like it was kind of cool to look outside and look foggy. Skies orange. It looked like it was overcast of like toxicness every day. It
Oh goodness.
was kind of cool.
It was wavy. It was a good look.
But look, like I said, I didn't know that there was fires in Canada until I seen the smoke with my own eyes. Like I felt like white people with police brutality. Like until they seen a George Floyd video, they didn't know it. It was like, oh, this is not good. Oh, and it's bad for your throat. Oh, okay. No, I had no idea.
They say it's going to continue too. Like they said, that's just like the beginning. Apparently, because the fires are still happening in Canada. They just haven't really. They're going to apparently more of them are going to come over, even if it's some residual effect. So you may get some more relaxing days to come. It's not over yet. it's. I
Yeah.
was. I was so glad, man. So I left, and I guess I left one of my windows open while I was out there. Which, by the way, no smoke out there. It was completely clean air. It was wild. Like usually, it's like super foggy. The first few days, super clear. It was cool. But I left a window open, and then I was thinking, like, oh no, that's not good. But shout out to my buddy Alex. He was snake sitting. He came over here every other day to change the water for Alyosha, and he was able to close the window. So when I came back, my place did not smell like smoke, which
Oh,
I
good,
appreciate that.
good, man. I'm glad that you were out of here for that, because so you won't have the damage that our lungs had in 10 years.
It's
We'd be all on some kind of medication because of the smoke, and you'll be fine.
the smoke of 23. It's you didn't wear a mask while going out.
I ain't had no mask.
Really? How do you not have a mask in 2023? I feel like we all have like multiple masks.
No, I'm done with it.
Like no mask at all though. Like even like if you're going to like you travel a lot, you're going like a porta potty or you in like a public restroom, you don't mask up just for the sake of masking up.
I'm done with
Done with it.
it.
When you go to Walmart, you don't want people to know that you're in Walmart. You don't mask up.
Bro, I'm on flights like this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's unnecessary. You don't gotta do all that. that's
That's me. I want to sit in the middle, right in the middle row.
that's
That's me.
that's excessive as hell, man.
Done with it. The people declared it over.
Did they clear? That's a good question, Pat. Are we out of the pandemic?
They declared it over like a month ago.
I know they declared that it's no longer a global emergency, but did they declare it over?
That's what that meant.
Oh,
That's what
ain't
that
cool.
meant.
So,
I told you before this. Like I was still like wearing my mask like on flights, and I'm done. I'm done with it, bro. I'm no longer. I don't own a mask. When they said put your mask, I wasn't going outside because I didn't have any masks. I was like, what am I gonna go outside to buy a mask? That doesn't make sense.
That's on the flight. I wore a mask there only because we were staying at a place that had a baby. But on the way back, it was nice to not have the mask at all. Of like, you really one thing that I've noticed with the mask, like especially the N95s, it hurts your ears.
Yep.
No one talks about that. It kind of hurts your ears after a while. Like I felt like I was getting a little bit of headache from
Yep.
the ears. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. I'd rather have memory loss than hurt ears.
I know you're joking. I know that it's a little knock knock that you're telling, but it's a little wild statement to say.
I love the fact that you know that I'm just playing.
It's over here goofing around, talking about respiratory illnesses, memory loss. You're a wild guy for that one. Um, with that, man, yeah, let's go on Audible. Let's you want to get some prop suggestions?
Yeah, let's do it. Perfect.
Prop suggestions.
I feel like, and this is me being very, very honest. I've been trying to be honest. Why not? Leaving it all out there. I don't feel like I take care of my teeth the way that I should.
Really?
Brush my teeth every day. Yes, yes. But I'm talking about the trifecta. Like I wasn't doing the brush, floss, mouthwash like twice a day. Like that just wasn't. I just wasn't. I mean, honest. This is me being open and honest with you people right now, and you,
Oh,
Kirk.
no. Don't be
So
too
this,
open. We could smell your breath.
no, I brushed my teeth today. Um, but I think that yeah, that's my suggestion. The triple joint twice a day. That's it. If somebody would just told me that when I was like 8, I'd be straight.
I I don't know, man. I feel like that's one of those things someone would tell you when you're 8. You're like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna do it for approximately a week and a half, and then I'm gonna go back to just brushing.
Yo, I'm telling you, like I tell my daughters, like I'm not telling y'all nothing that I you shouldn't take heed to. Listen to Alan here. Take care of your teeth, bro.
Mm,
I need medical. I need medical insurance to get a tooth fix. You feel what I'm saying?
mm,
Take care of your teeth, yo.
man.
The three John prices there. I'm telling you,
But
man.
yeah, man. The teeth, that's the eyes, if they're the window to the soul, the teeth are to the window to the gut, I suppose. And yeah, it's good to take care of them. I'm there's a few different items on my body that I take a lot of pride in. One of them can't be named. The other one, I'm gonna go with my teeth. The teeth, big fan of my teeth, big fan. I didn't wear my retainer while on the trip at all. I also didn't wear my glasses, which is wild. When I came back, popped the retainer in. I was
You
feeling
out here,
progress.
you out here acting different.
I know, I really was. I was out. I had the glasses off. I had this thing where I kept. There's this place that's known for being kind of like a hippie place, like back like very revolutionary back in like the '60s, and it's called Hate Street. And I did a thing where I put a flower in my beard,
Oh, I
and
seen that.
oh yeah, because I think I
Oh,
posted
you had,
one.
I think you might have had you had some in your hair. I think.
That may have just been like debris. I think I just had a hat and debris on. But the beard was intentional.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe it was the beard.
yeah, I did different designs though. Like that one that I posted was in Muir Woods, where like the dip. She was like, oh, she designed it up. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then the other one was just like a daisy and like a clover, and like people were like, they were loving it. They were like, they were really like people like made notes, like comment stuff. I was like, damn, I get hit on. It was kind of cool.
You
And
should do
then
that more often.
I was thinking I may bring it to Pennsylvania. I don't know if I'm going to get the same reception, but
It'd be amazing, bro. Trust me.
yeah, just
The confidence that it takes to do that. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that may be the next move. Some people they go on stages with scarves. I may go up there with a full like bouquet in there. That may be the look right there.
A whole joint. Like
Oh
a
my
whole.
gosh, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kirk Rosebud Griffiths. That may
There it
be.
is.
Here's another one though for prop suggestions. This is one that I plan to follow suit on. So this could be almost a goal and a prop suggestion. A lot of times you don't really you get distracted with different things and you don't get to absorb different types of news. You may just be locked into the chamber that you're already in. For me, it's MMA, comedy, and sometimes magic. I don't know how magic comes up there, but sometimes it does. My prop suggestion is for at least once a day, um, read an article from just a random headline. Like just actually go in there, go into like a section of like I was about to say subreddit, but we'll go in there for a little bit of like just news articles. Find one that you think is interesting and read the whole article. And shout out to producer Pat on this one. A lot of this came from inspiration from his show, Notably Relatable, where he reads articles with the comics on there. And that was one of the first times in a while that like I actually sat down and read a whole article. And then maybe like a day or so after, I was like, oh, I'm still thinking about these stories. I feel like it's something that's going to make you more knowledgeable. Be smart about what source you're picking from, because a lot of them can be kind of maybe biased or just not necessarily disclosing the whole article, disclosing the whole story. So that's going to be my suggestion and something that I want to pick up on as well. Read an article per day.
And this is just because you want to learn more and see what's going on out there in the world, or is this an activity for your brain?
Both. Yeah, I feel like it's a good, like, especially if you're spending a lot of time on your phone, it's like, okay, we'll have that be a part of it. But also, like, I've been reading a few different articles, and I was like, it just led me down to just more curiosity of different things. For instance, if there was one article I was reading just like on problematic artists, and then it led to like this one sentence in there that made the statement that Dostoevsky, who one of my favorite writers, has a history of being anti-Semitic. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So then I went down a tunnel of going down Dostoevsky anti-Semitism. So that in itself, it's like it led to just more knowledge and checking in on things that you would be unfamiliar with. I think it's a good exercise.
Pat said he thought that's why you like Dostoevsky.
Again, false. You both are wilding right now. It's not why I like this. It's I'm not going to make allegations on Dostoevsky until it's proven. I'm not. Pat, if you could bleep the name Dostoevsky from the original statement, that would be great.
Oh, Dostoevsky Irving over here.
Yeah. He's also anti-vax. Yes, he maybe would have been.
Oh, so good. Oh, good stuff, man.
Allegations.
I wanted to tell you about a goal of mine.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if you wanted to do a goal segment of
we can get some goals,
but I wanted
to get some goals.
It's a comedy goal because, like I said, I'm headlining Soul Joe's Comedy Dome Saturday, September 2nd. I want to tell more stories.
Oh,
like stories that I've told that I'd be telling, like in regular life, like things that I've been through. Like I want to like flesh out, find the funny in stories that I've been telling all my life. Like I feel like that's the key to like opening up like 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
I got plenty of stories and plenty of things that I've been through. So I want to work on, like, I tried at the last mic I did, like just telling the story. And I found myself kind of like rushing. So I want to get to the funny so fast.
Yeah.
No, I'm just working on staying in pocket, finding the funny and tweaking it. So that's a goal of mine. Is like being a better storyteller in my jokes instead of just like, I love to just hit it, joke through. I want to be able to tell a story and hit it as well.
Well,
you know? Take it how you want to take it, but yeah, that's the goal. Become a better storyteller. That's what
that's kind of a cool thing too. Of like we've both been doing comedy for a while, and that there's still avenues that we haven't really tapped into yet. Of like the idea of like you're right, like you tell stories. Everything. It's funny the idea that like everything that we say and do in a way is a story. But like be able to have these conversational talking points or talking stories that you have, and then be able to produce that for the stage and recognize like, oh, it really is still a different muscle. Like tapping into that. It can be rough. I've tried to do that before. Sometimes it lands, and sometimes it's like what you mentioned of like feeling like not hitting the funny fast enough. So yeah, man, I feel like almost like kind of tap into like the comfort that you feel when telling it one-on-one in a conversation. the ease of that and being able to
Yeah,
translate that to on stage.
that's the key. And I feel like what I've been doing recently is just when I do, like I'll bring the stories up more often now.
Yeah.
And I try to tell, and I try to tell them like I want to tell them on stage and see how it goes. Like one of my stories, I was told like, yeah, that ending wasn't strong. Like, but they didn't even know I was telling a joke.
that's
You know,
that's
so
that's a
but I
funny to
knew that
comment on it afterward. Like, is this
I
guy
knew that
running bits by us again?
but it's different because it's a story, so you don't know. Like a bit, like I'm quick with it. It'd be like sentence, joke, right at it. You know what I mean? But like this is a story. I'm telling. I'm just working on that. Um, and I also watched Top Billing is Bill Bellamy's podcast.
Oh, nice.
I love it because he's always talking about the '90s and that time period. And he had Lil Rel, and Lil Rel was talking about his characters and his stories. He started doing more characters when he started doing like stories because he's like it he had to explain the people in the stories. Like, you know what I
To make
mean?
it
He
make
had
sense.
talking about his uncle. He got to show you his uncle, explain his uncle to you. Like the way I do comedy right now, don't have to have characters. Like
Mm.
I just because the way what I'm talking about, you know. But when I realized when I started telling these stories, I was like, oh, I need to explain who these people are in these stories with me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like I'm telling a story about this crackhead who stole a car from me, and like I gotta paint the picture of the dude sort of make the story more.
Versus just saying like this crackhead sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, it'll make the
give the
story more
crackhead personality.
malleable. Like you can feel it.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So I learned. I'm talking about this week. I learned that, and I've been doing comedy for going on 8 years. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, with this storytelling, it's going to open up my characters and my. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it's about to go. Yeah, so that's my goal. That's my goal.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I'm excited to see it, man. It's shout out to Bill Bellamy. Shout out to Chris Gethard. He's a very good storyteller. I feel like that's someone that you may like be able to tap into a bit.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna for my goal, and this is something I don't think we mentioned it up top. But your boy, he's closing out the show at Phantom Power on June 25th.
June 25th.
It is June 25th. Yeah, June. I was like, is it 26th? No,
Get,
it's 25th.
get your tickets. People
Get your
listening,
tickets. Yeah.
comedians, come through, support. Come
Mm.
through. Y'all not booked, just come through.
Yeah, it's a solid lineup. Few people are on there, man, and this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. Prepping up for it. The goal for this one is obviously rock out, but to like get a good turnout coming. And I already got some people saying they're going to come through and all that. And we've done Phantom where it's like when people like show up for it sort of thing, and it's fun when that happens. So I think this is going to be a cool one. So if you're in for a fun time, Sunday, June 25th. Phantom Power outside of Millersville. It's going to be a blast.
It's gonna be amazing. And you got some funny
Yeah.
people on the show with you, and they do a good job at Phantom Power.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I
man.
I won't be able to make it, but
Mm.
I'll be Niagara Falls that weekend.
Ooh, you're going to Niagara Falls?
Yeah, yeah.
What? That's
That's
crazy.
next weekend.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
New York or Canada?
New York.
Damn. That's wild. Are you going to like do the thing where you like go underneath the water?
I want to. So we're going for a sad moment though. We're going because my aunt, this is where she wanted her ashes spread on her
Uh,
birthday.
okay. That
So
makes sense.
we're going to do that, but it's Liddy. You know what I
She
mean?
could go under the waterfall too. That could be kind of, I don't know if that was in the thing or not, but that could be kind of wild. That's a good move right there.
I'm not sure of her exact wishes, but she just wants to be out there. So we're gonna be out there.
Well, I wish the family well on that. That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's gonna be beautiful, just like the show's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time, man.
Yeah, man.
You got the people up top. I
We
love
got
the up top.
rafters. We got people with rafters up there.
I like that.
That's gonna be nice, man. And yeah, producer Patty said he's gonna slide through. That's what's up. Should be cool. It's exciting. Like this is one of the first ones I've invited a few work people, which I typically don't really do as much, but it's work people I feel comfortable with. So it's like it's one of those ones where like, oh, let us know when shows happen. Let us know. And it was like, all right, well, this should be the one. If I should let you know when a show is happening, this
Trying,
is going to be the so.
trying to sell them tickets. That's what he's doing.
it's it'd be like, oh yeah, well, you could also you can also catch me at Wisecrackers next month too. But that would be like a whole drive. You should probably just come to this one. um, yeah,
Uh,
man.
Sell them tickets, man. It's gonna be a great turnout. You have a good time.
Yeah, man. Um, People that aren't having a good time right now are Reddit users.
Reddit users. You're one
Reddit
of them.
users. I am one of them, and I'm not having a good time. That's not true. I'm having a pretty decent time. I try not to let it affect my life too much. But so Reddit, the popular social media platform, news outlet in some ways, they have a bunch of different things. They announced that they're going to start charging a fee for third-party apps to use their content. So they have third-party apps that are more user-friendly, that has the software to pretty much get information from Reddit and present it in these apps that are more user friendly, more mobile friendly, without it actually being Reddit.com. Reddit.com, they're now saying that that's a pricey endeavor, and they're going to start charging a fee for these services, which then the consumers will then have to start paying a fee. This has led to many of the subreddits, I think it was like 9,000 of them, protesting and going private. So pretty much in protest saying like, we're not going to open up these subreddits until you overturn this decision. But it sounds like Reddit, as of July 1st, they're not overturning it. And all third parties will now have a charge to it. Do you think that this is okay? Do you think this is okay for a service that, again, Reddit, the original service, that they're charging other apps to use content that is being sent to them?
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't send them the content. Hey, would you?
It kind of makes sense. You know, obviously as a third party user, like I like it because it's convenient, but I'm also like it's not. I guess I just don't really see the full argument of like it's in invading or I don't even know what rights it would be, what people are mad about, but um
People
entitlement.
meaning
No,
who? Who? You said people meet mad at Reddit. You think Reddit's getting entitled? Titled?
well, the other way around sort of thing of like it kind of feels like it stinks that we're not able to use like these apps that are free and user friendly, but at the same time Reddit's their own company, and if this is something that they want to do with their content, just like how Netflix, they may charge that extra $8 for you to use their accounts in other households. It's annoying, but they totally have the prerogative to do that. I feel like it's the same with Reddit.
I think the difference between Netflix and Reddit is the content on Netflix. The creators are being paid. You know, so it's like the content on Reddit. Reddit just getting free content?
Uh, yeah, I think a lot of it is just like user submissions. So like
So
users submitting it there.
so right. So you're telling me you're gonna charge me for something you didn't pay for?
Like like Reddit, they're not paying for the content.
Right. So Netflix is
Yeah.
paying for the content that they're charging you us for. So that they're buying they're paying they paid Chappelle what $30 million.
Mm.
So now on the back end they can take that content and sell it.
Yeah.
If they went to Chappelle's show and recorded a bootleg and then sold that, that's illegal.
Right.
But but so Reddit, what they're doing is essentially they're getting free material and then selling it. How are they losing money? Where you know like where are they losing
Yeah.
money?
No, that's definitely a good point. But I think that's a point that a lot of people are pointing out as well. I think, according to Reddit, in order to support these third-party apps, they are paying money for it. Like it, for whatever technological reason, whenever the third-party apps use their interfaces to present information given to Reddit, Reddit has a fee, like a monthly fee that they have to produce in order to upkeep these apps, which
Right.
helps them because they get more people to come over because they're more user friendly. But they're now saying that it doesn't, business wise, it doesn't make any sense. Or they're making a loss in it, so they have to start charging people.
Charging the third party apps.
Yeah, third party apps, and then in turn, people are going to have to pay to use the third party apps.
So don't use the third party apps.
Just go to the Reddit site instead.
I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the idea of like even with like the Netflix one, right? So they went up the whole $8 for each household.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were suggesting don't pay the extra $8. Protest it, wait it out, because if you pay the $8, other streaming services like the Max, previously HBO Max, and Hulu, they're going to start doing the same thing, and then it's going to set a norm. Versus if you just protest it, they'll have no choice but to end up going back. I think that's the logic that people are using with Reddit right now in hopes of having them reverse this decision.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to reverse it.
They seem pretty strict on it.
Yeah,
Like they,
it doesn't make so for them. They're just like, if you don't want to buy third party stuff, then just come to Reddit, where we want you to be.
right.
It doesn't make sense for them to change it because they're not losing anything.
Yeah, the big thing that, because that seems like such an easy fix, just go to Reddit. The big thing with the Reddit one, like purely Reddit, is that there's more moderation and regulation in terms of what is being allowed to be seen. So that may mean regulations on, say, some of their music subreddits, some of their not safe for work subreddits, some of like the porno stuff. Like there's going to be a few things that Reddit won't produce that the third parties will produce. So it could just be perverts. Perverts are upset because they won't be able to get the not safe for work content. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, they'll be all right. There's other sites for that.
that's that's what they need to know. It's like, oh yeah, there's other websites. And then all will be remedied. But until then, they're going to still try to protest.
Why doesn't Reddit make their site more user friendly?
That's a good question. I don't know. You would think, right? Maybe in result for this, like they'll come up with a user friendly app, but right now all of the mobile apps are like third party apps. Like Reddit's really just like on the desktop.
Mm. They need to get a Reddit app, and then yeah, I feel like this is an easy fix.
It could be. Yeah, it's doesn't seem like one that's being entertained right now. Or who knows, maybe I imagine after all this input from the people, you would think that would be the go-to move, but
Oh,
Pat says I have a Reddit app. Pat, do you know what the name of the app you have is?
probably
I
like
can
probably like fake Reddit app don't use.
Pat says it's just called Reddit. I have Reddit is fun, which is like one of the more popular ones, and they're
Oh, so they have an app. So if they have an app, it is user friendly then, right?
not always. I don't know this one that Pat's talking about, but you Reddit is fun is like by far the most user friendly one that they have,
Yeah.
and that's what people are most upset over.
Oh, well, I don't know, man. This stuff they're going to stand strong. So you might either want to get a third party app that you like. It's cheap.
Yeah,
Pay for that one. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just gonna start using BBC.
oh,
I'm going straight BBC. That's
it
already have a membership there, so you know what it is.
sucks where my mind goes when you say BBC, but I know what you mean now. I know what you mean.
I don't know if you actually know what I mean because I may be meaning something else.
You
Huh?
mean the British news channel, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'm so confused now.
Like I said, man, I have favorite parts of my body. But yeah, man, we're that's,
Edit.
San Francisco got me wild. San Francisco.
I see. Sheesh.
Oh boy. Um, well, with that, man, I'm about to start off the day. Your boy has a music festival to go down to. I gotta clean up my apartment. I gotta do some push-ups. Get the Saturday popping off. As always, it's nice to get it popping off with PE starting. That's nice.
Yeah, always a good Saturday, man. I'm doing running around, hitting the streets, man. I've been in the streets. You know,
Mm,
comedy grind, man. I love it.
yeah, man. You got something lined up for tonight? You said, right?
Yeah. Show in Brooklyn, pop on, getting a spot on, and then I'm gonna try to get a spot to Brooklyn Comedy Club tonight. So
Dang.
we see if they let me on that jump. Yeah,
Oh, Alan on the L line. Very cool. Very, very cool.
yeah.
Yeah, man. And like I said, man, June 25th, Phantom Power, POV comedy. Check us out. It's gonna be a fun
Lit,
time.
lit.
Cool,
Thank you.
man. Well,
Peace.
thanks for listening. Take your vitamins. Peace.